I always find it fun to look back at some of the history of HEX and other cryptos. Now, if you were there at the time when this happened, it's a flashback, a look back to remind you of what happened. If you're new, then it's interesting information about stuff that you missed out on. So, HEX, if you invested $1,000 in 2020, what would it be worth now? So this is the Watcher Guru article, and it's looking back at when HEX was launched in December 2019 and was termed the shining city on the hill and a winning horse after it doubled in price approximately every 48 days. Those who invested in HEX during its inception booked profits up until it reached its all-time high of 0.51 cents in September 2021. However, that cannot be said for the investors who held onto the token as HEX is on its downward spiral. It is arguably the only crypto that doubled in price 13 consecutive times for 21 months between 2020 and 21. Below is a timestamp on how HEX doubled in price from January 2020 to September 2021. Right, so here, these are all the doubles, starting at 31 Jan 20th, so that's about 2 months after it launched. It launched in the start of December 2019, and the price was 4011. Then in March it doubled to 23, doubled again in May, doubled again in June. So you can see there's not much time period, 1.5 or 2 months. August doubled again, October doubled again. Now it's 367. November doubled again, and then we come into 2021 and it doubles again and it hits that 1 cent figure. In Feb it hits 0.03, which is the price of where we're at now. So you can see that we've gone up and come down, and we're at the same price 1.5 years later now. Then in April doubled again to 6, June to 12, July to 24, and then September it hit 0.48, and the ATH all-time high was slightly more than that 0.51. So if you invested the $1,000 back then, how much is it worth now? HEX was available for purchase at 4011 in January 2020. That would have made investors accumulate 9 million HEX tokens for a mere $1,000 back then. As of November 4th, so this article is a few days old now, HEX is trading at 0.04 level. Therefore, an investment of $1,000 in January 2020 is worth $363,000 as of Friday. So that's what you would be holding right now if you'd invested that $1,000. There's the price about a week ago. However, the same 1,000 in HEX was worth 4.6 million when it reached its all-time high in September 2021. The ones who timed the market and sold it at its all-time high made millions in a short period. The downturn has now cut deeply through the profit, signaling that hold on can be also a bad strategy. The token is down more than 85% from its all-time high and is struggling to reclaim its previous glory. It has been 14 months since HEX doubled in price and is only slipping to newer lows. At press time, HEX is trading at 0.04 and is up 2.1% in 24-hour days trade. The asset is down 82% since the last year and could go lower still. So there you go, a little bit of history on HEX.